Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome to Happy Hour.
Nice to happy hour with who?
Jacob and Mom.
Jacob and Mom. Been debating on the title of the happy hour. We have been calling it the Jenn and Jakob happy hour, which doesn't quite feel, just doesn't feel like it completely fits, because when we refer to each other, it's usually Jacob and Jenn or Jacob and Mom. Mom never headlines. Mom is never in charge. Is Mom in charge?
Yeah.
You're lying. Who usually gets to make all the decisions around here?
Jacob.
Yes. And is Mom okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because you know what? Ain't nothing more important than the relationship.
More relationship.
That's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
You agree. All right. So we have graduated now. In front of us we have 3 stacks of cards. We have the stack of Mom's cards that we've already used. We have the stack of Mom's cards that we haven't used. And we have a brand new 3 decks of cards that Jacob picked out at the Sterling Seraph last weekend. He insisted we go because he wanted to pick out some of his own oracle cards to use for the happy hour. Correct?
Yeah.
So, which cards did you want to use today? We're hitting one of Mom's cards. I thought for sure you'd pick one of yours, but that's cool. These are important cards. These are Sacred Destiny cards. Now Sacred Destiny, that sounds big. Don't you think? Does not sound small, does it? No, not at all. Not even a little bit. So these are oracle cards. Last week, Mom kind of butchered her description of what oracle cards are. So let me clarify a bit. They are great tools for introspection. That's a big word. You want to try it? Tools.
Tools.
For introspection.
Introspection.
Seriously. You want to know what introspection means? Looking within. Because this is what I'm going to tell you about looking within. Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something very important. This is serious. Your entire world exists within you. The lenses throughout which you see the world are created by you. You always have a choice in how you want to see things.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I mean, really, when you think about it, the power in that, right? The ability to take a look at what's going on around you and realize that the reaction that you're having from it is coming from within you, and you can choose a different reaction. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? That is freaking big. And that feels like something I had always known, but after you coming into my world and Mom going through some stuff, Mom has realized just how true that is. And I have yet to find a situation in life where it is not true. It's fascinating. These are really pretty cards, aren't they? Got a sun right there. And just me picking this one up to show you, it's a freedom card, which I love. And that's what I was just talking about was freedom, right? It's freedom from suffering. Because you can choose to change the way you're thinking about something in a moment when you're suffering. And you can stop the suffering just like that. How can you stop the suffering? Just like that. Can you give me a just like that?
Get fact.
Just like that. It's amazing how quickly it can happen. All right. So oracle cards are used as tools for introspection. So what we have is all of these cards. I think it's a 52 card deck. And each one of these cards has a saying or a sentence or some sort of quote on it. And so we use it as a tool for introspection because we pull the card randomly, believing that whichever card we need to see or read or feel right now is the exact card that we are pulling. So then we pull that card and then we look at that card and figure out how it fits. Because it does. Always. Right?
Right.
In some way, shape, or form. Because the whole world is within us, correct?
Correct.
All right, pick one.
Purification.
Purification. Oh, man. That's, you want to hold that up to the camera real close so they can see how pretty that card is? Purification. All right. I can use some purification. How about you? You think you can need some purification? Man, there's so many ways to get purified. Purification. I'm going to read what it says first and then we'll talk about it, okay? Traditionally, rain symbolizes rebirth and washing one's sins away. Water is also associated with emotions, and a summer rain can represent the release of long-held emotions that allows for purification and inner healing. There is also a renewal aspect of rain. The old saying, April showers bring May flowers, means that what follows the rain is a time of renewal and blossoming. I love renewal and blossoming. I think that's the bomb, personally. So the sacred landscape wants you to know it's difficult for new vibrant energy to enter your life if it is clogged with an old and outdated energy. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. It's a great time for detox, clutter clearing, cleansing, and space clearing. We've already done a really good job of that, I think, don't you? Did we get rid of a lot of crap? What was the game we played at the old house? With Amber when we were going through all of our stuff? What did we call that? What did we do?
Keep salad and garbage.
Keep salad and garbage. Do you think you kept most of your stuff, sold it, or threw it away?
Throw away.
You threw it away? I think you sold a lot. I think you sold a ton of stuff. A lot of board games, which was kind of hard for me. That was difficult for Mom. These damn things are expensive. But we never played them, so that was all right. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly. See, this is a continuation of the whole food thing from last week. That's for sure. Don't take things personally. Ugh. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself. Thought, word, and deed. Decluttering is modern day alchemy. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and summer is the time of expansion. What do you think, Jacob? Purification. How does this apply to your life right now?
Keep salad and garbage.
Keep salad and garbage. Do you need to do a little bit more of that, you think? You think you still got too much stuff?
Yes.
What would you like to keep, sell, or garbage?
Books.
Books? You think you've got too many books?
Games.
Games? You think you still got too many games, huh?
Huh.
You still think you can let some go? You know what I think you might have too much of? And this is, like, very funny that Mom thinks this. She got a lot of clothes. Yeah. Do you think you have a lot of clothes?
Yes.
Mom have a lot of clothes too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mom's kind of got a dumb amount of shoes, doesn't she? Yeah. Yeah. Kind of funny. Well, I've had a little bit of like an epiphany in this purification line of thinking today. It's funny, my parents are moving into their new house next door right now this weekend. And Grandpa said something to me last night, and I just had to laugh a little bit. So we've got a fence in the backyard, and there's a bunch of trees around, and there are some dead trees that need to be removed, which is, in the works, planning on happening. And Grandpa said to Mom, have you thought about if one of those trees could fall on your fence? And I said, no, I hadn't. And his answer to that was, why not? And my response to that was, in my mind, I didn't say it. I'm like, well, I don't know. I think I've been thinking about a lot of other things that I just hadn't gotten around to the dead tree yet and the fence. And I realized that this was the way that your grandpa, this is a line of questioning that he has been asking me my entire life. If he asks me if I know I'm in trouble when he says to me, have you thought about? Because most likely my answer would have been no. So you know how that affected me? How that affected Mom throughout her life? Is I'm always looking around and looking for things to think about. I think that's why I'm such a thinker, because I was constantly being asked, have you thought about? And all the time, it felt like all the time I was saying no. So I always felt like I wasn't thinking enough. So I've been thinking more. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Purification. Do you want to know what I think this card came up for and why it came up for you? I think that before the coronavirus, I think you and I were really, really busy. Do you think we did a lot of stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that you've really been enjoying the time at the farm, right? Have you been having fun feeding the goats and going to the pool and walking Merle and pulling weeds? You've been pulling weeds. It's been amazing. So you know, if we go back to doing all the things that we did before the coronavirus, you're not going to have very much time to go for a walk with Merle and feed the goats and walk, you know, go on long walks and go swimming and pull weeds, and because there's just not enough time in the day to do it all. So I think maybe the purification card might be popping up saying, let's work on our schedules a little bit so they're not quite so busy, so we have more time to relax and breathe and stuff. How do you feel about that?
Good.
Yeah? Do you think, you know, when school starts back up, maybe we won't do everything we were doing before? Can we cut back a little bit?
Yeah.
Really? We can stop playing something or going somewhere? No? Is this one we're going to have to spend a lot of time thinking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to make a list of everything we've got going on and decide which are the things that we really, really love. Because this is the thing about life. It's really easy, Jacob, to get too busy. For there to be so many things out there going on that we think that we want to be a part of and we want to engage in, a class we want to take and a party we want to go to, and that we miss out on all the stuff that's really worthwhile and fun and amazing about life. And do you want to know what's really fun and incredible and amazing about life?
Yeah.
Yes. Deep connections with other people and with nature.
Yes.
That's what Mom believes to be true. And just from watching you around the farm, I kind of think that you feel that way too. You like being out in nature?
Yes.
You like just hanging out with Mom and us doing, you know, the things that we do, right?
Aye.
So we'll work on that.
Yeah.
We're going to make a purification list.
Yeah.
How we're going to purify.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Because definitely with food and exercise and all that business, you're in good shape. Mom's going to have a much longer list than you. Feel good about that?
Yes.
You want to tell everybody Happy 4th of July?
Happy 4th of July.
Is there anything else you want to say?
See you later.
Anything else?
Bye.
Anything else?
See you next week.
See you next week. That's a good one. I like it.